Attention passionate Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been following the Seahawks over the past few seasons, you know that this team has always been about resilience, strategic moves, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. But as the 2025 NFL season approaches, it's clear that Seattle is not resting on its laurels. They're making bold moves, and one of the most intriguing and potentially game-changing developments is the recent trade involving none other than Trevon Diggs. Yes, you heard that right. Trevon Diggs, the veteran cornerback, could be on his way to the Seahawks, and this could be exactly what they need to solidify their secondary and push for deep playoff runs once again. Let's back up a bit and analyze what's been happening with the Seahawks roster. They've done a pretty solid job in the draft, bringing in promising young talent to bolster their roster. Still, one area that's been a bit of a concern, an area that they've been actively looking to improve, has been the cornerback position. We all know how critical that spot is in today's NFL, especially with the offensive firepower we see across the league. Seattle's got Rick Woolen on one side, a young star who's quickly established himself as one of the top corners in the league, earning Pro Bowl honors last year. Woolen's ability to shut down receivers is undeniable, and he's become a key piece of the Seahawks' defensive puzzle. But on the other side, things aren't as settled. Josh Jobe, a promising player, is still developing, and behind him, the depth isn't exactly inspiring confidence. Shemar Jean-Charles and Nehemiah Pritchett are decent options, but they're not exactly proven commodities at this stage, and that's where the Seahawks front office is looking to make a splash. They've been in talks with Shaquille Griffin, a veteran cornerback who made a Pro Bowl as a Seahawk back in 2019. Griffin's familiarity with the team and his experience could be a quick fix, but the Seahawks are clearly aiming for more than just a stopgap. They want someone who can make an immediate impact and bring veteran leadership that can elevate the entire secondary. And that's where Trevon Diggs comes into the picture. Imagine the scene: Diggs, with his ball-hawking instincts, his ability to create turnovers, and his experience, adding a new dimension to Seattle's defense. Despite missing 21 games over the past 2 seasons, Diggs remains one of the league's most talented and disruptive cornerbacks when healthy. He's a former Dallas Cowboy who signed a hefty extension worth $97 million back in 2023, signaling how highly he's regarded around the league. But unfortunately, injuries have marred his recent seasons, especially last year when he suffered multiple knee injuries. That's the big question. Can Trevon Diggs bounce back to his 2021 All-Pro form? If he can, the Seahawks could be getting a steal. His career stats speak volumes: 20 interceptions over 5 seasons, 37 pass breakups, and allowing just 756 yards with a notable 149 after the catch. These numbers show a player who's not only good at intercepting passes, but also capable of limiting yards after catch, an essential trait in today's pass-heavy NFL. His experience, especially in a defense that's still developing a cohesive unit, could serve as a guiding force for young players like Woolen and others. Now, it's worth mentioning that the Dallas Cowboys, the current team of Diggs, are in a bit of a transitional phase with their cornerback room. They recently traded for Kyer Elam, and Deron Bland is entering a contract year, which makes the future of Diggs uncertain. The Cowboys have also acquired Shavon Reeler, adding even more competition and depth. All of this hints that Dallas may be open to moving Diggs if the right offer comes along, and given the cap space and roster considerations, Seattle could be the perfect landing spot. And let's be honest, folks, trading for a player like Trevon Diggs, if he's healthy and able to perform at his best, could be transformative for Seattle. We're talking about a cornerback who has shown the ability to shut down some of the best receivers in the league, a player who can create turnovers, and a veteran presence that can help stabilize the secondary. For the Seahawks, this isn't just a short-term fix. It's a move that could have long-lasting benefits, especially considering the potential for mentoring the younger corners and setting a standard of excellence in the back end of the defense. Of course, there are risks involved. Diggs coming off multiple knee injuries last season raises some concerns about his health and whether he can return to full strength quickly. The Seahawks will need to evaluate his recovery and see if he's the same player they've watched tape on from previous seasons. But if they believe he's healthy or close to it, this could be a move that pays massive dividends. The Seahawks have shown they're willing to take calculated risks, and bringing in a player with Diggs' talent and experience fits that mold perfectly. What makes this even more interesting is how this potential trade fits into the bigger picture of Seattle's defensive ambitions. Last season, the Seahawks' defense showed flashes of brilliance, but also periods of inconsistency. Improving the secondary is crucial if they want to compete at the highest level and make a real push for a deep playoff run. With Woolen's lockdown ability and the potential addition of Diggs, the Seahawks could form a formidable duo that opposing quarterbacks will think twice about throwing at. And it's not just about individual talent. It's about the chemistry, the leadership, and the ability to adapt to different offensive schemes. Trevon Diggs, with his 5 years of NFL experience and proven production, could be a catalyst for this defense to take a step forward. Plus, his presence on the field would send a strong message to the rest of the league that Seattle is serious about contending and ready to make bold moves to get back to championship prominence. Now, for the fans, this is an exciting time. We've seen the Seahawks make strategic moves before, trading for players, drafting well, and developing young talent. But acquiring a veteran like Diggs would be a statement move, showing that they're not just building for today but planning for sustained success. It's about creating a culture of excellence and establishing a defense that can match the offensive firepower that the Seahawks are known for. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet. The trade talks are ongoing, and there's still work to be done. Negotiations, cap considerations, and medical evaluations will play a role in whether this move comes to fruition. But if it does, we're looking at a seismic shift in the Seahawks' defense and a potential game-changer for their entire season. The NFC West is already competitive, with teams like the 49ers and the Rams making moves of their own. But Seattle positioning itself with a star corner like Diggs could be the edge they need to emerge as division champions once again. Imagine the impact on the field: Diggs lining up on the outside, Woolen locking down one side, and the rest of the defense playing with more confidence knowing they have a proven playmaker back there. That kind of secondary would be a nightmare for offenses, and could be the missing piece that propels Seattle into serious Super Bowl contention. Plus, it's not just about what he can do on the field. Trevon Diggs' experience and leadership could be invaluable for the younger players in the locker room, fostering a competitive yet cohesive environment that pushes everyone to elevate their game. As fans, we always love to see bold moves, trades that shake up the league and give our team a fresh shot at greatness. The potential addition of Trevon Diggs could be just that. It's a move that shows the Seahawks' commitment to winning now and in the future, a statement that they're ready to leave no stone unturned in their quest for excellence. And with the NFL's ever-changing landscape, staying ahead of the curve means being willing to make these kinds of high-stakes decisions. So, keep your eyes on this story, folks. The Seahawks are definitely in the mix, and if this trade happens, it could rewrite the narrative for Seattle's secondary and their entire season. It's a fascinating development, and as always, we'll be here to break it down, analyze it, and keep you updated on every step of this exciting journey. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Do you think Trevon Diggs is the missing piece for this team? Are you excited about the potential of this move? Let us know your predictions, your hopes, and your fears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and all the latest from the Seattle Seahawks. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the Seahawks spirit alive as we gear up for what promises to be an incredible season.